This rush of energy came through me. I couldn't be still. I had to stand up and I was crying and having goosebumps. Saturday night, I had the most interesting experience watching a movie. The movie isn't really important, it's what happened at the last 3 minutes of the movie. A young mother decided to reward her son with a totally refurbished, rebuilt inside and out 1964 Mustang. It was stunning. It was beautiful. I was sitting with my TV tray in front of me eating a fabulous bowl of chicken gumbo when this came on the screen. And the next thing I know, this rush of energy came through me. I couldn't be still. I had to stand up and I was crying and having goosebumps at the same time. Imagine that. Now, for about 30 minutes afterwards, I kept walking around thinking to myself, why did that impact me so strongly? I felt something. I had never felt that alive in years. And here's what I learned. My soul recognized the moment I felt that way when I was 16 years old, when my daddy gave me a 64 Mustang for my birthday. He had finally found a way to show me that he sees me, that he knows me, that I exist. And he wanted to show me that. Sadly, I wrecked the car 6 weeks later, so that didn't last too long. What's important is that that action in and of itself, that moment, watching that car on TV triggered something in me that exploded in my mind. The energy just went off the hook. All of a sudden, I had to move. I had to do things. I had to deal with this energy. And it was a joy to do that. It wasn't a problem to do that. What happened is the recognition of a memory that I had buried, a recognition of a dream. And my dream was to get another 64 Mustang, and I never have. And so all of a sudden, I started feeling that and living that. And I had energy for exercise workout I haven't had in 5 years. All of a sudden, I was wanting to do sit ups and pull ups and chin ups and leg lifts. And I just could not be still. This is what I want to impart upon you. Don't be so quick to dismiss something when it lights you up, because it is your soul recognizing something. And more importantly, it is your brain recognizing something that you pushed back in your memory many, many, many years ago. And here's the important part about that. All of a sudden, that shock of energy that starts coming through me is rewiring, repaving neural pathways that had gone dormant. And the end result of all of this is I'm sitting here today with something I never dreamed I was going to have. And no, it's not the car. 5 years ago, I used to live in a big house down in Louisiana, and it kind of got destroyed by a hurricane. I ended up moving here to this high rise in Central Virginia. And of course, I don't have a backyard, and I miss that a lot. I had a beautiful backyard. It was like my personal oasis. But here's what I want you to know. Because I had that experience Saturday night, that those neural pathways for those feelings came exploding back up into me. All of a sudden, the passion that I had to want to access the outside without having to go all the way downstairs and go sit in a public patio, I wanted my own. But right behind me are a set of double doors with a little 8-inch balcony right off of it. And what I heard was, it's sitting right there. Let's make this happen. And within a matter of about 45 seconds, I figured out how to rearrange this room, which is my art studio in my office for my business, to use that space where I could open up those double doors, put a chair, put a little end table, and have my morning coffee. And lo and behold, wouldn't you know it, a 150-year-old oak tree at the corner of our building where my balcony is bends over and graces my balcony with its green finery. I was resplendent in joy when that happened. Now, I have to tell you that the idea to create myself a little sanctuary with this little mini balcony never, ever occurred to me in the 5 years I lived here. That happened as a result of what was triggered in my mind on Saturday night. I really want to encourage you to pay attention to what lights you up, because that is something that will trigger energy in you, open up neural pathways in you, and allow you to reshape and reform, and dare I say it, my favorite word, rewire how you think about your own life at this stage in life. You absolutely have a choice. You could rethink how you feel about your life at this moment right now. So I'm going to ask each one of you to find a memory, give it a word, and repeat the word over and over and over. It could be glorious. It could be magical. It could be exhilarating. It could be functional. It only needs to mean something to you. I want to reach as many of you as I can, because I want you to understand that this experience that I had was very real, and I want you to have one for yourself. Now, you can't manufacture on purpose what happened to me Saturday night. That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking you to be aware of when you dismiss something that lights you up. First off, be aware something lights you up, even if it's for a second or two, and recognize, oh God, that felt really good. Give that word an adjective and define that moment and keep repeating that until you have a full blown experience. Because it was a magical experience that I had Saturday night. And that's why I'm here wanting to share it with everybody. That's why I wrote about it. But I just really wanted to impart upon you that you have a choice of what you do with the things that light you up. It could be a new set of pots and pans, and all of a sudden it's a memory that comes up of when you watched your mom doing something with pots and pans and she praised you for how good you cleaned and washed them or something. It could be as simple as that, but if it lights you up and gives you a wonderful, positive, happy memory, you want to hook into that. You want to hold that and you want to describe it and you want to live with that and repeat it over and over and over. Just like you got to do 50 sit-ups a day to develop a six-pack of your abs, you've got to do 50 push-ups of words that actually create the joy that you want to bring into your life. It's not a matter of just writing it into a journal. You got to speak these words out. You've got to say, oh my God, that was an amazing experience. I felt so good. Here's what, and give the good an adjective. Describe what the good actually feels like. That's really, really important to do that. You could write it down or not. It doesn't matter. But pay attention to what lights you up. I just wanted to give you one final thought. When you go to put your head on the pillow tonight, repeat to yourself, I am. Breathe up with I, breathe out with am. Breathe up in with I, breathe out with am. It's kind of a lullaby for yourself because that's a signal to your soul. And the more you can have a signal with your soul, the more you can find things that light you up, that you can describe, that you can encourage to come into your life, the more the neural pathways are rebuilt in your mind, the ones that are dominant come alive. And all of a sudden, you've got these new ideas and new things you want to try that had never crossed your mind before. And you know what? That's the fun about being a woman over 60. We get to try out all kinds of new things. And it doesn't make a damn who thinks anything about it. It only matters what you choose to think about it. I love you guys. Thank you for sharing a part of your evening with me. Let me know how you do. That was my jam, man, helping people come alive within their own souls. I love you all dearly. Remember, we don't retire, we rewire.